I'm Erik Linask. I'm here in New York City at Interop, and I'm talking with Avocent's Paul Nashawaty. Paul, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
I know one of the things that you guys are doing now is you just come out with a new release around data center optimization and planning. So why don't you start off telling me a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So we're very excited to be here today, and we're introducing our new Merge Point Infrastructure Explorer version 2.2. This is a new product to us, and it's a dot release. The product is about a year old, and it's a data center optimization and planning tool.
So what does optimization and planning actually mean in terms of data centers?
That's a great question. So today we have to be conscious about what's going on within people's environments and data centers, and understanding how to optimize their environments by understanding the characteristics such as environmental heating and cooling, power requirements, network optimization, and the different components within the environment, so asset planning.
Now, is the interest in working with all these components and their characteristics, is that being driven by cost, or is it being driven by a true environmental awareness?
Well, it's a combination of both, Eric. So today we have cost. Of course, people are under cost awareness, and green IT is really a big initiative that we want to make sure we're environmentally conscious. But also the understanding of the assets within the environment allows us for proper optimization. So basically tracking your assets from inception before they even enter your data center, understanding what's inside your data center, understanding the cost and utilization around those products, and then tracking those assets as they're in production, and then also tracking those assets through disposal.
So how important is it to be able to integrate all the various components that you mentioned in order to make best use of them?
It's very important. Avocent is proven in the data center, and we're excited about this product today because this product really allows us to take our product portfolio and take our products and integrate those products together, showing that we can use asset tracking, taking the asset all the way to data center planning, and then managing that individual asset down to the individual server level. So we can track the server, manage that server using our DSView3 product management software, as well as using our Asset Lifecycle Manager to track our asset environment.
Now, are we talking about new data center designs, or are we talking about data center upgrades?
We're talking about both in this scenario. So this tool can be used for existing environments, or it can be used for greenfield opportunities.
What are you seeing more of these days?
We're seeing an optimization of existing environments, the acquisition of different companies coming together, and the consolidation of assets, and really taking those assets and understanding how those assets really can be optimized to be most utilized for the state of the business.
Now, are people taking their existing equipment and their existing technology and finding ways to optimize them through using some of your solutions? Or are they actually ripping and replacing their equipment, putting in new, greener technology, and then moving forward?
That's a really great question, because one of the facets of data center management is understanding exactly what's inside your environment. So the first step is inventorying and reconciliation of your environment, and understanding what's there, not just seeing what you have today, understanding the utilization of that, understanding when that equipment is going to be moving off to retirement, and then bringing in greener equipment to backfill the legacy environments.
So what are people doing, or how are you helping people deal with the older legacy equipment that they're getting rid of?
Well, first we're understanding having people understand what they have in their environment today, and then once they understand what they have in their environment, then they can realize what business units are being impacted by using this equipment, both from an energy perspective, because the machine may be older for an energy perspective, heating and cooling elements, or just power in itself, processor power in itself.
How important has converged networking been to enabling some of the things that Avocent is now doing and enabling?
Well, converged networking is, again, understanding the way different products and different assets within your data center all are interconnected together. The networking of the assets in the environment, the relation between the two assets, becomes increasingly important. And understanding the relationship between those assets will really understand the uptime and keeping the equipment up and running as it's needed to be.
And these are relationships that prior to current networking technologies were really unavailable.
They were unavailable or maybe more difficult to manage. Today we give, with this product, we have the ability to give a snapshot view of reporting, do capacity planning, asset management, change and configuration management, understanding what changes occurred in the environment, and also do planning of what-if scenarios to see what occurs in your environment if you change something, doing forecasting from 6 to 9 to 12 months out.
What do you see in the next few months and even up to a year in the data center space?
The data center space is certainly coming together, consolidation of assets, understanding utilization of assets, but not only that, understanding what that means from a centralized and a distributed environment. Management of those assets via a single pane of glass is also critical.
Excellent. We've been talking here at Interop with Avocent's Paul Nashawaty. Paul, thanks again for joining me.
Thank you.
Have a great show.
You too.